It is to reclaim what is his. But deliverance was only the beginning. What came next was invitation. From the ruins of Egypt, he led them into the wilderness, not to hide, but to meet him. They had seen his power. Now they would see his presence, because sometimes God comes down not in judgment, but in fire, to speak. The Israelites had escaped Pharaoh. They had walked through waters, tasted manna from heaven, seen the gods of Egypt fall one by one, and now they stood before a mountain, not to fight, not to flee, but to meet the one who had delivered them. And this time they were told to prepare, not for war, but for God himself.
Go to the people and consecrate them today and tomorrow. Have them wash their garments and be ready by the third day, because on that day the Lord will come down on Mount Sinai in the sight of all the people.
They weren't allowed to touch the mountain. Not even an animal could cross the line. Anyone who did would die, because this wasn't just a meeting. This was an arrival, a moment where heaven and earth would touch. And so they waited in great expectation to meet the Lord, washing their garments, washing their hearts, because they knew God was coming. But on the morning of the third day, the air changed. Thunder cracked across the wilderness, lightning ripped through the sky, and a dense cloud fell upon the mountain, like smoke from a furnace. The people gathered, not to sing, not to speak, but to behold. And then they heard it.
I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. You shall have no other gods before me.
But when the Israelites saw the thunderings and the lightnings and heard the noise of the trumpet and the mountains smoking, they withdrew themselves and stood afar off. And they said unto Moses, Speak thou with us, and we will hear. But let not God speak with us, lest we die. They were so afraid that they begged Moses to intercede. They didn't want to hear God directly again. They feared dying from the direct presence of God. But Moses told them,